If you're intermittent fasting and not losing weight, you're not alone and you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why you're not losing weight with intermittent fasting, the four most common mistakes using intermittent fasting, and I'll share 2 tips to help you get the skeleton moving. There's a reason this is happening. Like Kim, a client of mine who had intermittent fasted off and on for years with great success until she reached her mid-40s, and fasting no longer worked anymore for her. She was able to tackle this problem working with me. This is the work that I do, and I dedicated my life to. If this is something that you need support and help with, there's a link below to speak with me directly. I'd love to support you on your journey. Intermittent fasting is a way of eating where you eat within a planned eating window, the most popular being the 16-8 method, which means that you're not eating for 16 consecutive hours and eating within an 8-hour window. Intermittent fasting has many pros, such as anti-aging, boosting the immune system, decreasing sugar cravings, increased cognition, and fat loss. Studies show to reach a desired state for fat burning, there needs to be at least a 12-hour fasting period where there is literally no consumption of foods or any supplements or beverages that raise insulin, such as diet sodas, artificial sweeteners, and even certain chewing gum. Some cons to intermittent fasting I've seen over the years with clients is the diet mentality worsening, where ladies are overeating to get things in within their eating window. Increased food obsession, isolation from social events and people, especially during their fasted window, to avoid temptation, and undereating at times leading to muscle atrophy. Are you intermittent fasting right now and finding it's not working? If so, type "not working" down below. Intermittent fasting works for weight loss by lowering the insulin or blood sugar response during the fasting window. It doesn't work from the perspective of strictly calories in versus calories out. And this is important to understand. Now that we know a bit about intermittent fasting and some pros and cons, let's talk about what may be happening for you if you're not losing weight using this method. Number 1, if you have an underlying thyroid dysfunction such as hypothyroidism, fasting can worsen and put more strain on your thyroid gland. Number 2, insulin resistance. If you have insulin resistance, and many ladies do have insulin resistance coming into perimenopause, as they have many changes going on in the natural production of hormones as their ovaries functioning are slowing. This can put more stress on the body, and when this happens, the adrenal glands can release glucose or sugar from organs such as the liver and the body, and even can pull glycogen from your muscles. And this is where you may begin to notice muscle loss. Anytime glucose or sugar is in the bloodstream, this will trigger an insulin response, even without eating. And this is why you may not be losing weight or body fat fasting right now. Number 3, medications. If you're on certain medications, for examples, for high blood pressure, diabetes, PCOS, high cholesterol, or even for thyroid conditions, these medications can cause a blood sugar or insulin response. Remember, for fasting to work, we need to achieve a state where there is no glucose being released into the bloodstream. And number 4, inadequate consumption of nutrients. If you're not consuming the right type and amount of nutrients from your foods. This is about nutrients, not calories. You could be consuming your maintenance calories as advised in perimenopause and after, and not have the right nutrients within those calories. Now that you're in perimenopause or after, the rules for weight loss have changed, and we need to consume the right type of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, even using intermittent fasting. The body depends on each of these macronutrients to help produce hormones for good women's health and weight loss, such as estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, follicle stimulating hormone, to just name a few. Consuming too many proteins, fats, or carbs within a meal, especially if you're insulin resistant, can raise your blood sugar, causing more carb and insulin resistance. Even using intermittent fasting, when consuming too many of any macronutrients, can still raise the blood sugar or insulin. Now that you understand the 4 most common mistakes or reasons why intermittent fasting is not working for you, let's talk about how to get the scale to move for you. Macros are a way you can eat and just about as flexible as you can get. Macros work in the way by lowering insulin resistance, except the focus is on getting the right nutrients for your body in most meals to help your body produce the right hormones for good women's health and weight loss. Tip number 1. To start, you would upload a food tracking app. And if you want a suggestion, I've left one down below in the description. Next, you will begin tracking your foods for 7 consecutive days. That's all. You're getting a picture to see exactly what you're eating. Tip number 2. On week 2, you will focus on eating proteins, fats, and carbohydrates in each of your meals. What this will do is stabilize your blood sugar, decrease sugar cravings, decrease brain fog, and even help with sleeping without a restricted window to eat. If you're struggling to lose the weight and feel like you just can't figure it out, I have a program. If you need support with this, book a call. You can find the link below in the description. I'd love to speak with you and guide you on your weight loss journey. This is the work I do. I help women in perimenopause and after lose real body fat without diets using macros. And be sure to watch this next video